Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be discussing the Epcot refurbishments and changes that are happening in 2020, so this year.
We're kind of starting this year, going into next year.
Yeah.
Over the next couple of years. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be discussing like new things closing, just changes.
All of the crazy shenanigans going on over there.
Yeah, it's just another video to help you guys that are like thinking of going. So I think this one will help you for if you're going over the next like year or two, rather than the last one that we've done was probably for this year.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, a lot of this is going to affect us when we go in October.
Yeah.
It's also stuff that I found over like 3 or 4 different websites. So again, like I mentioned in the last video, this might be quite useful for you guys. If you don't want to sit there and do all of the research and read through everything, you can just watch us. We'll explain everything that these guys have written down very kindly for all of us Disney fans. So yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah. So these first few bits we got are from a website called interpark.co.uk. Again, Rhi got all this stuff.
Yeah.
She is the one that goes through all the websites. We'll start off with Mouse Gear, which is the shop, which we believe is closed today and is reopening temporarily at Innovations East.
We believe.
Yeah. We're not 100% on that, but we believe it has.
It's definitely reopening somewhere. They said it was on Innovations East, but it's been quite a long time since I went. I looked at the map my dad gave me from when he went last year and sort of had a quick look around, and I believe Innovations East and West have kind of changed.
Yeah.
But it's going to be reopening somewhere.
And then as of tomorrow, so the 5th of January, the meet and greets at Innovations West are closing completely.
Yep. So, unfortunately, especially for you, Baymax has had his meet and greet cancelled, and the same with Sadness from Inside Out, which I'm actually really sad about because I love her. Like, she's great. So they have been cancelled for the time being. We know that characters come and go, and sometimes they'll come back in different outfits in different areas, but for the time being they have been cancelled from being able to be met at Epcot. Mickey obviously is never going to be a cancelled meet and greet. He has been moved to the queue for Disney Pixar's Short Film Festival, which is in the Imagine Pavilion. Joy from Inside Out is also in the Imagine Pavilion, just not in the queue. Goofy has moved to the main entrance of the park, so he would sort of be the first one you come across as you go in when he's out and about. And then Minnie has been moved to the World Showcase gazebo, so they're still all around, they're just not all in one place anymore. Yeah,
they've just been dotted about a little bit more.
Yeah.
So this next little bit is from a website, wdwnt.com. We can't remember what it stands for. I mean, it's Walt Disney World something. So, which is for Spaceship Earth, which, as we mentioned in the last video, that it is closing early 2020 for 2 years.
Yeah,
because they're redoing the whole thing.
Yeah. So I think we're keeping some of the scenes that are in there. If I remember rightly, something I didn't write down on our notes is like everything up until the Industrial Revolution section, and then they're having some new scenes which are based on the universal nature of human experience, whatever that may mean. And they're gonna have a bit of a refresh with some new music, some new narration. So I think there's just loads of little changes that they're going to be making in there. I think the base of the ride is going to stay the same. It's going to have the same sort of overview, but they are adding a lot of new stuff in, which is exciting.
Yeah, just going to take a long time.
Yeah, and I mean, because of the sort of structure that it is, I guess that's why it's not just in a normal building. Like, it is in a ball. So that makes sense.
It'll be worth it in the end, though.
We're not angry with you for that. It's a long closure, and sadly Alex won't get to experience it when we go this year, but we just have to go back, don't we?
We do.
There's also one other thing which I found, which I cannot find any more information about what it's going to be, but they've said that there is going to be a story-light element to the ride. I don't know if I'm just looking in the wrong places, so if you guys know what they're on about, then please let us know down below. But there is going to be that element, and we don't know what it is.
We don't. So moving on to how they're changing like the layout of the park. This is from Disney Parks blog, and So just to give you an idea of how they're like changing it about. So obviously at the back you've got World Showcase, which is just they're staying the same. Like they're just keeping that as it is. But at the front they're splitting it off into 3 different locations.
Yeah.
So as you come in at the left, it's going to be World Discover. World Discover is going to be based around adventure, science, and tech. And then in the middle you're going to have World Celebration, which is going to be based on connecting to the world around us. And at the right hand side you can have World Nature, which is beauty, awe, and balance.
Sounds so lovely.
Yeah, all sounds really good.
And obviously if you haven't been, World Showcase, that is the area at the back of the park around the lagoon where you can go to all of the different countries around the world. So it's tradition, culture and cuisine that area is based on. There's not really any rides there. It's lots of sort of cultural
stuff.
Food, drinks, buildings.
A lot of food and
drink. It's amazing. So that bit I think is more or less staying as it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and these 4 areas are going to be known as neighbourhoods.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know until I did this research.
Okay.
I was just
learn
calling
something
them
new every day.
Areas.
Neighbourhoods.
Neighbourhood.
They're also updating the look to the entrance of the park. So they're going to have new gardens, a new retro fountain, new walkways, and it's going to be like a lot more open. So I think there should be quite a lot more space.
I mean, I know that they've already removed, I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head, but they were the big sort of
like
buildings with all of the people's faces on and
yeah.
stuff. That's all already gone, so that's already going to open up a hell of a lot of space there. So I'm guessing that's what they're going to be doing with that
So I assume
area.
they're doing that because it's the entrance, so it probably gets the busiest.
Yeah, definitely.
So like, it's probably just to help get everyone flowing in and out, I'd imagine.
Definitely. Yeah. Epcot aren't keeping everything like completely under wraps. You don't just have to look at everything online. When you are actually there, they have created something called Walt Disney's Imagineering Presents the Epcot Experience. So you can basically see all of their planned updates. You go into this big room. I think it's a 360 view room, and they've got all of the different posters for all of the new things that are happening, any clips about the new things that are happening, little models. So basically explaining everything to you there. So if you are going there and you're interested and you want to see what's sort of going on in case you're planning on going back, pop in there and have a look because they've got it all out for you.
Yeah. They don't keep like anything hidden really.
No, so that is sort of going to give you a good overview as well of what is going on, and you can actually obviously physically see everything. I believe I think they've got a model of the park. I might be wrong.
I'd imagine so. Ooh,
yeah.
I hiccuped. I'd imagine so.
Yeah, so if you are going, pop in there and you can see everything.
So moving on to more of the new like attractions and rides and that kind of like side of things. We're going to have a new Mary Poppins attraction, which is going to be a ride. There's no date or name for it at the minute, but we just know it's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Which is going to be pretty cool. I don't know how they'd actually make that.
I don't know. I think it's based on Cherry Tree Lane, and it's a lot based on the music. I remember reading somewhere.
Yeah.
Side note: I just pulled a really weird face. It's because I was trying not to yawn, so that's why I look like that.
Nice. With that boring. And then you may have already heard this one already because I've seen quite a lot of this like on Facebook and things like that. But they got their new Harmonious fireworks show coming in Springs 2020, which
is so exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be their biggest ever fireworks show.
I think so.
Believe.
Yeah. Is it Reflections of the Earth or something like that? It was called when I went to see it. Something around those lines. And then it got replaced with Epcot Forever, which was just the temporary show that they've done, which will now be being replaced by Harmonious.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be mad.
It sounds like it's going to be insane. So really excited for that one.
So next up, this is all happening in the France Pavilion. There is a lot going on there. So we've got Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which is a ride. I believe it's a trackless ride. It's similar to the one that they've got in Paris. That's coming summer 2020. They've got a new restaurant opening also in summer 2020, which I'm not even going to attempt to say the name because I can't do a French accent.
You mean,
will let you do that.
La Crêperie de Paris.
That's
probably completely wrong.
And then they are also releasing 4 different areas to watch these films that they've made. So the one that's happening in France is the Beauty and the Beast sing-along. which we have a specific date for, and that is the 17th of January. And then the other 3 films?
Oh, yep. So all 3 of these are also on January the 17th. We're going to have Canada. So these other few films also come out on January the 17th. And you got Canada Far and Wide, Wondrous China, and Awesome Planet. Ree's just laughing because of the way I messed up the way saying Canada just now.
I can't stop. I was really trying to not laugh whilst
just because she's laughing this much, I'm now going to have to put that clip in. Brilliant.
So in Dreamers Point, they're going to have gardens, a wishing tree, a new fountain, and a statue of the man himself, Mr. Walt Disney.
That's very cool.
There is not actually a date that I could find for this being open. At the moment, I think the whole area is behind Scrim, so they're obviously doing something. But I guess where it's not a specific ride or anything, they're not going to set a date of when it's open. It's just going to be done when it's done. I think that's going to be quite a nice area.
Something else to look forward to, really, isn't
Nice little photo spot there.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll have any of that there. A little, like, photo opportunity.
I'm sure there will be. There's a fountain and a statue of Walt Disney.
Yeah. So another new attraction that's going to be coming in 2021 is Journey of Water, which is actually inspired by the film Moana.
I need to go back to go on this.
Yes.
To see this, whatever it is, this attraction, this thing, it's Moana inspired.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing. Like, there's no doubt about that.
No.
And we're going to have to go and just go back just basically, so we can go on it, basically.
Yeah. So if it's open by the end of 2021, when we are possibly going back, I'm going to be one happy girl.
So a new coaster coming to the park is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which is expected to arrive in fall 2021. Which I'm really excited for because I love the films.
Yeah, me too. They've already done so much construction on this as well. We've seen in some of the vlogs that we watch that the building is huge. Mm-hmm. Like, I think it must be all inside, and the building is huge.
Huge. It's huge. And
so yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
Definitely, me too. So pavilions are quite a big thing around Epcot. There's lots of them, and there is going to be a brand new one by the 50th Walt Disney World anniversary, which is next year for Magic Kingdom. So by 2021, it's going to be based on an interactive city, and it's going to be called the Play Pavilion. And they are also going to be creating a new pavilion for the festivals to be held in. I don't have any more information on that at the moment. That was all Disney Parks blog had on there at the moment.
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll update that as that comes along.
Yeah, so they're a great website, so honestly we'll put the link down below so you guys can have a quick read yourself if you want to. They have everything on there. Yeah,
literally everything. So there's going to be a new restaurant which is called Space 220. And we've actually found out that it's going to have an elevator, and it's basically going to simulate you guys in like the elevator launching into space. Yeah. And that's how you get into the restaurant.
So the idea is that the restaurant is 220 miles above the park.
Yeah.
Obviously it's not.
But it's an awesome idea.
Yeah, so you go up in the lift, and the lift simulates that you have gone up that far, and then when it opens up at the top, you're there. Yeah. So we found out that it's going to be internationally inspired food.
Yeah, that's all we have on the food at the minute.
So anything, basically.
So it'll be really nice wherever it is. And I think by the sounds of it, just the experience you're going to get from going there will be worth it enough.
Definitely, definitely. And there's rumours that it is going to be open by next month. Exciting. Very soon. Very excited.
Yeah.
And I think that might be something we have to discuss with Papa Stone about going to when we're at Epcot.
I mean, it sounds awesome, so hopefully everyone likes heights. Because I know obviously it's not going to be that high. It's not 220 miles up, but are they going to like just... Is it actually going to be high up, or are they just going to make it look...
Feel like you're high up.
Like you're
there might not even be windows. There might be like all like screens and stuff.
But it'll be open soon, so we'll find out.
Yeah.
And so that is everything we have at the minute for updates and changes, blah, 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 on Epcot. Obviously, we'll keep you guys updated. If we have to, we'll do like another video if they release loads more stuff. or if things change, or, and if dates of certain rides and that change.
Yep.
But for now, that is everything. So if you have liked it, hit the thumbs up and smash the subscribe down below. And we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.